My name's Martina Hamilton. I've been making jewellery under the Cat in the Moon brand now for over 20 years. This year I launched a new collection under my married name, which is Hamilton. And the Martina Hamilton collection has been launched into a number of shops in Ireland. The thing that influenced me to become a craft worker was a series of accidents that happened really. I studied fine art sculpture in college and I really wanted to work for myself, so it was the combination of being a creative person, wanting to work for themselves and wanting to live in what I think is the most beautiful county in Ireland. And when I moved there as a child, it was the winter time and the only thing that was really in bloom were the holly. It was the holly. And but what was really interesting to look at visually were the stalks of plants like hogweed in particular. And that has come back, re-emerged again for me in this collection of jewellery that I've just launched. The hogweed structure is very interesting. It's very delicate and very strong, and it endured the elements of a West of Ireland winter. And I just thought once you produce something that to a lot of people is an ugly weed and do it in a precious metal, it takes on a whole new context. It looks celestial, and the collection, as you'll see, is very much now to do with the stars. So what started out as looking at the gutter, I am now looking at the stars, in the words of a very well-known poet. But the plants themselves have that lovely delicacy, and when it's done in silver and gold, and I'm using 18-karat gold to show the detail and that subtle colour contrast that is so beautiful. What makes me passionate about what I do is that I'm still as excited about it now as I was when I started as a student making sculpture and then as a maker in jewellery. The design process sometimes involves just dreaming up something when I'm thinking about something completely different or having a cup of tea. I'll think of something I want to start developing. And then once I get started with it, it can be a process of collecting, in this case, examples of the plants that I found interesting and collecting them together and cutting them and breaking them apart and studying the structure of them. And then I'll do some experiments where I'll make something using metal, silver wire or sheet, and I'll make that structure in the wire, which in this case is like a little trellis of silver. And then I'll begin from that. I might take photographs of it and then I'll draw over the photographs and then I'll add other elements to it. In this case, little seeds or stacks that bring it forward into a more three-dimensional piece. And when I've completed something to my satisfaction in that first rough stage, then I'll look at it from the point of view of producing it for the general public. So all those little technical considerations, like when you make the piece, will the chain go through the little loop at the back? Will it hold together physically? Are all your elements strong enough in themselves that when you combine them together, will they actually be strong? And this collection is visually very strong and big and dynamic, but actually it's made up of a lot of very delicate parts. So it's very important to me to get all of that right. And even when the collection's put together, I will still continue to listen for those things. You know, is it a piece of jewellery that looks well when it's worn? And there are different types of people in the world. Some people like things that are very geometrical. Some people like things that are very organic. So I try to provide something within each collection that is for each individual. And that's the most exciting thing about making jewellery, is that you make something for somebody today, they wear it for a lifetime, and please God they pass it on to somebody in their family, and it goes on, and it's worn on your body. It's not like something you lock away in a drawer. So you can't make anything more personal. And I see people coming into my shop in Sligo, and I'm seeing the next generation and the next generation, and that's, I mean, you can't get more job satisfaction out of life